One Piece has officially entered its Elbaf arc, and it is clear for the fans to see that this arc is going to be a major one, akin to the likes of Dressrosa and perhaps even Wano Country. Fans are incredibly excited for Elbaf, especially because this is the first massive arc in the final saga, and perhaps one of the most important ones in the entire series. Of course, the Straw Hat Pirates will find themselves at the center of everything in this arc, but more than that, there are other characters who are going to be involved as well. One of the most relevant characters in One Piece right now is Vivi, who Oda has been turning attention to in more chapters than ever before since the conclusion of the Arabasta arc. Clearly, Vivi is going to be relevant in the story soon enough, and, although fans might not realize it, she might be incredibly important in Elbaf, and save the lives of the Straw Hat Pirates and the entire country of Elbaf along with it. How the aftermath of Egghead endangers, of course, based on the idea of this theory, fans might be very confused. But, to get to the idea of how Vivi will save Elbaf, a lot needs to be broken down. The first thing that fans need to take into consideration is the aftermath of Egghead. The conclusion of the Egghead Island arc was disastrous for the world government. Vegapunk revealed all his years of research on poneglyphs to the entire world and gave them a warning of the impending doom of the sinking of the world. Now, the secret of the poneglyphs is out in the entire world, and at the same time, it also wreaked havoc, finally ushering the last big battle for glory among the pirates. At the same time, the government also could not get their hands on the Straw Hat Pirates, Bonnie, Kuma, or even kill Vegapunk completely. Clearly, Egghead was a massive failure for the government. But, they did accomplish great things there as well. For one, Stella is officially dead. Of course, this does not mean much, but even more than that, they did get to secure a Vegapunk for themselves in the form of York. Fans know York to be incredibly intelligent, given that she is Vegapunk as well. While fans might not make much of this, in York, the world government has a massive asset. Essentially, she can recreate the Mother Flame. In fact, York already has a piece of Mother Flame inside the power plant which the world government is going to seize now. Even more than that, due to the power plant being active, York can keep on producing the Mother Flame, which means that the world government now has a near infinite amount of this fuel required to power up the ancient weapon Uranus that is currently in possession of Imu. It hasn't been long since the world government used the power of the ancient weapon Uranus last. When that happened, they completely eviscerated Luluzia from the face of the earth. But, they had to stop at that, for two reasons. The first reason was that it was a test shot. The second reason was that they did not have enough Mother Flame. They only received a portion of the Mother Flame from York, and that is why they could not do more. Now, however, the entire Mother Flame that was being protected in the power plant is in possession of the world government. At the same time, York is continuously producing more Mother Flame for them, which means the world government can now utilize the ancient weapon Uranus as freely as they want. Imu's plans for Elbaf could see its destruction. Imu could turn his sights to Elbaf and destroy it. It was clearly mentioned in the previous chapter of One Piece who Imu's biggest target is at this point in time. Imu clearly did not care about Vegapunk's message revealing secrets about the poneglyphs, among other things, being revealed to the world. What Imu was concerned with specifically was the escape of the Straw Hat Pirates, specifically Joy Boy. When Imu killed Saturn, he clearly questioned him about Joy Boy and why he let him escape. Clearly, Saturn could not do anything to stop Luffy, and even the elders combining their forces were not enough to stop Luffy from escaping. Saturn paid the price for this and lost his life, and that just goes to show how far Imu would go to get rid of Joy Boy. Clearly, because Imu wants to get rid of Joy Boy, the next target using the Mother Flame would have to be wherever Joy Boy is. As fans know, Luffy is currently in Elbaf, which means Elbaf could become a legitimate target for the world government. Now, fans might wonder as to why Imu did not target Luffy previously when he received a piece of the Mother Flame from York. The answer to that question is quite simple. No one knew where the Straw Hat Pirates were going at the time, as they had not reached Egghead yet, and news about them arriving on the island was an unprecedented shock that even caused issues for the government. This time around, however, everyone knows that Luffy and the crew are headed to Elbaf. The Navy Vice Admirals were clearly aware of where Luffy was headed to, as was Saturn. Clearly, Imu also knows where Luffy is going, and this essentially goes to show that Elbaf could be struck down by Imu very soon. Why Vivi is special and her role in saving Elbaf. Vivi could be Elbaf's savior due to her ancient weapon powers. This all connects to Vivi in a brilliant fashion. Clearly, if Imu uses the power of Uranus, there is absolutely nothing anyone can do to stop Elbaf from being essentially destroyed. Luffy, being as strong as he is, cannot fight against this power. That is precisely where Vivi comes in. In the world of One Piece, the ancient weapons exist, but these weapons are not just tools of mass destruction. Instead, they are meant to be used in proper ways, and, more importantly, they are tied to humans. For instance, the ancient weapon Poseidon is a literal human, in the form of Shirahoshi. Pluton is a weapon that's sleeping under Wano, but the decision to unleash Pluton on the world rests solely on Momonosuke. In order to do that, he has to order Zunisha to open the borders of Wano, which only he can do. No other person in the world of One Piece can order Zunisha to do that, which indirectly suggests that Momonosuke is the only person capable of controlling the ancient weapon Pluton, for some reason. This is implied by the fact that Momo is the only person who talks to Zunisha, despite Luffy having the voice of all things as well as Oden and Roger. Clearly, Momo is special, and this is because he can control the ancient weapon Pluton. Similarly, someone has to be linked to the ancient weapon Uranus as well. The fact is that this person could be Vivi. Fans know Vivi is very important, and even Imu wants her right now. Perhaps, the reason why Imu wants Vivi is because she is the key to the third ancient weapon, Uranus, like Lily was in the past. The Nefertari family is incredibly important, and previously, Lily could have been the last key to ancient weapon Uranus. This is precisely why Imu was obsessed with Lily, and, given that the ancient weapons are active now again, Imu would require her descendant, who would be directly tied to the ancient weapon, and this person could be none other than Vivi. If Vivi truly is tied to Uranus and holds the power to control the weapon, then, she could perhaps use this power of hers to stop Uranus from destroying Elbaf, and in the process, save the Straw Hat Pirates. She would also then go on to rejoin the Straw Pirates and sail away from Elbaf with them, preparing for the great